I think every year there's always those girls in your cabins that you know that they do not have a very stable home life, and you know that they struggle, and so you can see that camp brings them something they don't get at home and they don't get the rest of the year, and you want to make sure they get everything they can out of camp because you want them to have Jesus there for them when their family's not. So I'm always humbled and reminded that there's lots of girls who need Jesus and who need his hope because their home life is pretty miserable.
So 2 years ago, the Jordans asked us to be involved in Trinity Pines and just to see if we liked it. And we tried it, and we've been involved ever since. And we absolutely love working with the kids and just leading them to Christ and talk to these kids and give them faith. And it worked out pretty well for us, I guess.
Yeah.
It really was a game changer for me, at least, to just being able to work with children. I've never worked with children before, and they have such a different mindset, and it's really awesome, and the kids really latch on to you too. Like, they get there and you mean everything to them. You feel like a celebrity basically when they come up and hug you. It's really cool. It's also kind of scary because you know they're kind of watching your every move, so you have to be like on your toes, like, oh no, I have to watch every little thing I say and do because I am like a mentor to these kids, and it's really important to just be that light for them even if they don't have that in their lives. Part of our job as camp counselors is to make them feel loved and important, and they leave there wanting to come back.
Seeing new things every year shows me that Trinity Pines is growing and that, you know, God's work is never done. There's always stuff to do, and so I love seeing the new additions because that means that more people can come and more things can be done and new activities can happen. So the new additions to the camp show God's work and show that God's really working within camp and really making it expand.
Throughout the time that you got to spend with them, you just didn't know what they were thinking and if they were really, you know, thinking about the message and trying to apply it into their lives. And then when we got to the state garden, there was one girl who really wanted to do it, and then we got there and all the girls were like, you know what, I feel God telling me that I need to do this as well. And so it was really sweet because every year they go back, they're going to go up to the state garden and see all their stakes and align with each other and remember that for most of them, that was their first camp experience ever, was going to the state garden.
Because my counselor during Genesis Camp was who brought me to Christ, I love helping at camps because I know I can help their seed of faith grow however way that may be. So I love going to camp as much as possible and helping as many people as possible to do God's will and to see what God wants to be done in their lives and how he can work in them through this camp and what he wants to do and what his legacy is for them and how I can work in that and how I can be Jesus' hands and feet through camp, I guess, and just really loving other people like Jesus would.